Hey Facebook, it's Elda. It's Friday afternoon and I have decided to go live. I'm interviewing a really special person that I met just recently in Dallas at our Overcome Nation Business School boot camp. And he's pretty amazing. He's a young man who works in the oil fields in Canada, and he's had some massive success in the last few weeks with our company, and he just really inspires me. He's a hard worker. He's overcome a lot of fears to achieve this level of success, and I invited him and I wanted him to share his story about what he's doing, what he's done with his life, and how he's literally transformed his life in the last 8 months. So let me see where he is. Amy, can you hear me? Can you just give me like a thumbs up or something if you guys can hear me? I'm gonna wait for Tristan to join. Hey Amy, hey Steven. Hi James, Gloria, Dorian. Hi Judy. Hey Shonda, hi Megan. So guys, if you're watching, can somebody give me a thumbs up if they can hear me? And let's see, hey Shonda. Shonda, can you hear me? Because I'm in my car, obviously. Hey Amy. Okay, let's see where Tristan is. Okay, that's not it. Let me see if I can add him. Hey, Judy. Can you guys let me know if you can hear me? Okay, perfect. Thanks, Amy. Okay, I just added Tristan. I hope everyone's having a nice Friday, 4th of July weekend, almost over. Hi, Dolly. So I hope everyone had a nice 4th of July. I know I went out to the pool in the afternoon and then it started pouring rain. So it was kind of interesting. Hi, Jose. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Tara. Oh my gosh, I have a friend from Kuwait on here. Okay, Dolly, my dear friend. Dolly, guess who I'm going to see tomorrow in concert? I'm going to go see Culture Club and Thompson Twins. Okay, there's Tristan. Thanks for being patient, you guys. And share this Facebook Live with anyone you think might be interested. Let's see, where is he? Tristan, I tried to add you. Approve.
Hey,
Hi, Tristan.
I am so sorry. I was trying to look and it wasn't popping up there. I guess I've had you wait there for a good 2 minutes. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. No worries. I know I kept pushing it back for you because I actually had an appointment that I was driving to, so that's why I'm doing it from my car. But can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. Yeah, everybody can hear me
Okay.
too. We're good.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, you sound great. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I think we have kind of a special bond here. Like I've really admired and respected you for so many months, and I'm just so. It's like I can't even tell you how proud I am of you watching you achieve this massive success in the last few weeks. And so before we get started, can you just share with everybody, again, I want to finish off by saying I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. I'm like totally stoked. I'm just pumped. I love that you are crushing through all your fears. We'll talk about that later of how you've overcome so many issues. And I love your humility. I love how humble you are and what a big heart you have. I just love so many things about you. So I wanted to bring you on here and have you share with my audience. But before we get started, can you just, tell them a little bit about your background?
Yeah, thanks so much for that. It has been an amazing journey. Um, Man, had you told me 8 months ago that I was going to be on a journey to some of the most amazing moments of my life, I probably would have laughed at you because I honestly I can't even I wouldn't have been able to fathom this type of lifestyle that long ago. I mean, it's more just it's just more the emotional. I mean, the financial part's great, but the emotional and the connectivity and the togetherness that I've been able to find within this company. It's really surreal to me. So, a little bit about me, guys. I grew up in Kelowna, BC, Canada. For those that don't know, It's just a city of like 300,000 people. I've spent a lot of time as a, in my younger years traveling around the world, not traveling within Canada, sorry, school to school, very disconnected to people. Because I had moved so many different places, the relationship part of my life had been very minimal. So, as you could probably imagine, the communication level for me as a kid, it wasn't as, I was always a very energetic, outgoing guy, but my relationships and communication with people was very limited. Um, I graduated and went into the oil field right after high school. I went in the oil field, and that was what I wanted to pursue. One thing about me, many of you know, is my work ethic has been a huge stepping stone to not only where I am, but it was basically the whole reason why I had success in the oil field. In 8 years of being in the oil field, I never once had to build a resume. I used my work ethic to have, use my name to find jobs. Each job I got on, I had a better position each job as I went, and I just pushed with my work ethic, and that's essentially why, I think that I was able to excel so quickly in my industry. Um, you know, just to fast forward a little bit, I mean, there's tons of pains and struggles when it comes to that oil industry, that industry. I've seen the ups and I've seen the downs. Um, you know, Being an employee was all I knew, right? It was how I grew up, right? My dad's an employee. He has always been. My mother has always been an employee. That's how it's been in my family. And I knew that if I worked hard, Elda, this was something that, maybe I'll make my way up. I've always wanted to be, I see that foreman on the top or the CEO on the top, and he's making bank, right? He's got all the great things, and the persona is that these guys have a very stressless lifestyle, and it's all rainbows and butterflies on the way up, right? But it's really quite the opposite. There's quite a lot of stress involved when you're foreman and you're supervisor and you work your way up. There's a ton more what would you call that, responsibility involved, and you know
And
being on the
the
road,
pressure is all on the pressure is on them, right? To
it's
execute. The
totally on
pressure
them.
is on them to execute, to perform, to have their all their employees working at maximum capacity.
That's so true. You really have to be emotionally tough. It's a battle, always having to, rely on everybody that's working under you that they're doing their part. And if they're not, you have to say, okay, you're cut. And I always have to worry about that being an employee, right? When am I going to be cut? If I don't perform today, I may possibly lose my job. And when the economy is going up and down, Elda, in the oil industry, it's just in really any when you're an employee at all. I mean, you really have to worry about what's my backup plan? Where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Am I going to get that next job? So, just I had to make sure that I dug in as hard as I could, made sure that I put on a good name and I put on a good show. But, over the years, never seeing my family, working 12 plus hours a day, relationships were always terrible. They were great, but it was a very difficult process, never being home, never seeing family. This was something that, it was striking me, chipping away at the block every month, every day, every minute. And eventually I got to a point where mentally, emotionally, physically, my mind was, I was coming to the point where I was like, you know what, there has to be something else. And I'm so grateful that I found this, because this has really changed my perspective on, um, find on how to live, I guess I could say, because the way that I was living before, my long-term goal was 50, 60, 70 years old for retirement, right? And it was just a huge mental
Tristan,
battle.
I want to interject, because those people that are watching, again, I want you to know. So Tristan lives in Canada, in British Columbia, BC, Canada, and he's been on the oil field. We're in Texas here, and I know exactly what you're talking about. I hear people talking about, it's either feast or famine, right, with the oil field workers. Either you have a lot of jobs and you're making a lot of money, or there's nothing. And I even have a good friend whose husband works in the oil fields, and he does really well financially, but you know what? He's never home. He's gone basically 5 days out of the week, like Monday through Friday, he's gone. And he comes home on Friday night, and it's a 4 hour drive, and then he gets to see his wife and kids.
Right.
It's really sad. So that's kind of the lifestyle of someone working in the oil field, in the oil industry. And, and what you found is with this industry, with this company, you have a whole different perspective on how you're going to live your life in the future, right?
That's so true. That's so true. It's but one of the things is like, what was it that was holding me back to not learning about something different, right? Like, it's not like I couldn't have invested. Had I known, maybe that would have been a great idea. But when I had been introduced into network marketing and understanding that we have a development business school teaching me, the different ways of wealth creation, that's when it clicked, right? I don't have to have a large amount of money to create income, to create wealth, with very low risk, right? Nobody wants to risk. They want to have a system in place where income is coming in, and you're putting little in. So how does Rick explain it? He talks about being an employee is like, it's creating active income is what he talks about. Being an employee, you have to work for a service, right? And then he speaks about the passive residual part of it, where building networks and creating the passive residual is when you're able to have your money work for you without your active income, and that's the long-term goal, right? That's something where we're able to leverage a network to build us that.
I want people to know. I love that you say that. Hey, Tristan, are you there? I lost you. Okay, I just lost him for a second, guys. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, he's coming back. It's okay. Just a little
I don't know
technical.
what happened there.
It's okay. Maybe somebody was calling you, but okay, you're back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you too. Tristan, I want you to talk about, you're one person that, I know you've had this incredible work ethic, and that's also what's allowed you to have success in this industry and with this company. But I want you to talk about the fears that you discuss and what you've had to overcome, and
Mm.
how our business school and our mentor Rick Gutman has helped you develop not just achieving financial success, like you said, that's great, but also all the other strengths that you've developed, your emotional strength, your mental strength, and how you've overcome your fears. Can you share that, please? Because I think
Yeah.
so many of us live in a constant state of fear of what other people think, fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of so many things. So can you just share with us, what you've had to overcome, and how this business school has helped you, and how Rick Gutman has helped you develop as a man?
Yeah, I honestly, coming into this industry, had absolutely no idea what I was getting into. Um, you know, I really, with no knowledge of the industry, no knowledge of how it works, all I knew is that in order to grow in any business and any new employment and anything in life, you have to have some sort of foundation of personal development. We have our Overcome Nation Business School. I mean, it's not just for business though, right? It's a development program, and it's allowing for me. It's allowed me to use what I've always aspired to, which is personal development. I've always been aspired to develop in every aspect of my life. It's allowed me to reach into that and dig in nice and deep and develop in all of my weaknesses, whether it's my weaknesses in communicating with people, my weaknesses in business knowledge, working together with people, collaborating, communication skills, all that stuff has been something that's opened up my eyes so that, you're building yourself to become a leader. And that's what Rick talks about. He says, we're creating leaders backed by leaders. And it's starting to show within my team. Elda, like, you're a great example of a fine leader yourself. I mean, you have fantastic communication skills. I mean, what we're learning here in Overcome Nation is it's beyond anything in this industry. And the more that I look into it, and the more that I get approached by those who cannot communicate the industry well, the more I understand that, okay, we got something very special here, because I don't have people telling me to bugger off because I'm not approaching them like I'm looking to sell. I would much rather build relationships and provide an opportunity and give them the knowledge that I'm learning for them to make that decision. There has been huge ups and downs. This is not a, this isn't a get rich quick, right? This is the ways of life. This is just a much better, a much more efficient and quality way of creating wealth than being an employee, right? You still have those battles, the waves of life. That still comes. They go up, they go down. But does your job teach you how to handle that? No. I would beg to differ if somebody were to say yes. My employer teaches me how to learn how to deal with life, and it helps me with my job. It just never it's just not it. It's something you got to deal with yourself. So
I mean, the only
having
thing, like I was in a sales role, all they want you to do is learn how to be a better salesperson, but it's not necessarily personal development.
that's
And you know
right.
what? Another question, it's not just does your job teach you how to, it's also does your boss ever come to you and say, "Hey, let me show you how to make more money. Let me help you," like Rick does, right? He's teaching us how we can become successful, how we can become leaders and demand, and get our MBA, have a massive bank account in this business, right? I mean, your boss doesn't do that. When you're working for someone, they just want to figure out a way for them to make more money, not for you to make more money, right?
That's so true, Elda. That's absolutely so true. I don't know. I've never I've never been employed by anybody in my life where he would the expectation was him to teach me how to make money. The expectation is always, can you perform the task and make me money, right? And there's something to say when every day you wake up, that today you're learning something new that's going to allow you to create a life that's going to where you're going to benefit from all aspects. That's the thing Rick talks about. He says, I don't want you guys. I don't give away $500,000 worth of everything that I've been taught when it comes to business and development to give it to you for $500 a month. Listen, he's like, I
Exactly.
give it to you guys for free, but I want you guys to make millions, and that's why he digs
Exactly.
in so much. I mean, I I don't know about you guys, but if I'm working a 12-hour shift and I'm investing 1 or 2 hours after that shift to learn about this stuff, I don't want just $500. That doesn't do me any good.
Exactly.
I could go and do plenty of other things with that. I would rather learn to create millions so I can get out of that job, that industry that I'm in. The plan long term is to use what he's teaching us to create a foundation, and that's where I talk about the passive residual, right? I don't want that active income. I want to be able to be on the beach and enjoy my time with my family and do it from the luxury of my phone, right?
Absolutely. And what I love about what you're talking about is that exactly creating that passive income is income that finds you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can work from anywhere. And what you're doing, I mean, you're a perfect example of someone who's working hard. You guys, I want you to understand why I brought Tristan on today. I want you, for people that tell me they don't have time, look at this guy who works 12 hours a day in a hard industry, in a difficult, um, you know, lot of. Tristan, are you there? I lost connectivity. Are you there? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. So what I was saying is that you guys, this is a guy who works really, really hard, and then he still makes time at the end of the day when he comes home to work his business because he knows that this business is going to pay him. If he's willing to work hard now for the next 3 to 5 years, this business will pay him for decades to come. And so he's willing to make the sacrifice, and that's what he's doing. I just think when people tell me they don't have time, I'm like, you don't understand. You don't even understand what we have to give you, what we're offering you. I'm offering you an opportunity to get out of the rat race. I don't know, in Canada, do you understand when I say rat race? Is that, I know we have some different expressions from Canadians, but, the rat race is the 9 to 5 grind. I don't care if you work, 12 hours a day at your job or you own your own business. Like I used to own my own business and work 16 to 18 hours a day. It's a rat race.
That's it.
You're not living. You're just living to work. You're just working, and this is what we have. We have an opportunity for you to get out of that, for you to make an additional stream of income that will help you build your future. What are your dreams? What are your dreams for your life, and what do you really want to achieve? We can help. We can show you how to do that. It's not about just like Tristan said. This business school and this opportunity with this particular company is not about making $500 a month. Tristan and I are here to become millionaires. We are going to become millionaires. I have 100% confidence in that. It's just a matter of what are you going to do with it? We have an opportunity to present you with a vehicle, an avenue how to be successful in this industry. And we're not like anybody else out there. We are totally different.
Can I stop you on? Can I stop you on that? I want to talk about, I quickly want to reference to the value of our development school, because I had been, Rick Gutman, our mentor, has come out to Canada, and I was like, man, I'm on this. I drove the 8 hours to get to Red Deer just to see him and see Down Larson do their event, and then I drove another 11 or 12 hours back the next day, so that I could show up to another couple events. And when I was brought up to speak right at the end of this event, he had brought that up, and he asked me if I had anything else to say, and I looked at them and I said, you guys are probably wondering why I decided to, invest 1,800 kilometers, which was, over 20 hours of my time within 2 days to be at these events. And I told them, I said, what I do know is, I said, whatever pennies and whatever time that I invested to show up at these events, I'm getting tenfold with the material and with the knowledge that I'm getting here at these events. And I wanted them to understand that, because being able to show up and see that and learn from the best, and really, I mean, it's a small investment for a large reward, really. But you don't have to drive. You don't have to drive for these business courses, right? This business school, right? You just have to open up your phone. I mean, if you can pay for a phone bill, I mean, you have access to this business school, and it's giving you all the knowledge that you need. I mean, some people are like, well, you're crazy, man. Why'd you drive so long? I said, man, just wait 1, 2, 3 years down the road. And I'm going to tell you that, like Rick tells us, investing in yourself is the best investment you could possibly, invest in.
Exactly. Tristan, I want you to share. I agree with you 100%. I started in November, the end of November, and I have not missed an event. Like, I've been to every single event. I went to Orlando. I went to the Tulsa Regional. I went to the Women's Conference. I went to the Dallas Boot Camp. I just believe in investing in myself and investing in this business, because I believe so passionately about our leadership and our company and our products, and I know that we're going to be $1 billion company. So yeah, it's just a matter of people seeing the same vision. Like, you and I have caught on to the vision, and we get it. We just get it. And now we have to put in the work. And just like you said, is it easy? No. This is not a get rich quick scheme. We are busting our butts working. Tristan is not, this didn't just, okay, you know what? I want you to talk about, the rank that you achieved. I want people to know how in 8 months you achieved this amazing rank in our company and the success that you have. And it's not just the paycheck, but I want you to share with them, if you hold that rank, what kind of income it commands, and how you're doing this, again, on a part-time basis. So can you share that with my network, please?
Absolutely. Like you were saying, this is definitely not a get rich quick. These last few weeks have been one of the most trialing weeks as a, new to the industry. I was talking to Enrique not very long ago about, what it takes you know, to achieve anything in this company. I mean, going from, if you hold your standards very low, I mean, you can achieve little things, but I wanna be up here, and that's why this development program's really pushed me in my head, in my mind, and mentally and emotionally to push through these difficulties. I mean, it's you attain this leadership role when your team builds, and I found that the way that we're taught, if as long as I'm able to duplicate that, and it's a part of me, I'm able to bring in real quality people that really want to develop themselves. And so I haven't really had anybody leave. I mean, I had a couple people that left for circumstances within their lives, but the development part has kept my team very strong. And I think because of that is, it's set me up with a nice foundation. And, you know, we were blessed to see what's going on in the States right now. And there is so much going on. Elda, you guys honestly have such a, I mean, anybody from the States that are watching right now, geez, you guys are in a huge spot right now. We're not even in momentum. And I think that's really, that alone, knowing that it's such a new company, there's such great history, being able to let the people know that who we're bringing into our business, that, this is the company, these are the people, this is the what you're learning, and this is, everybody feels so connected, right? There's so much togetherness and connectivity with the team. Everybody's helping everybody out. There's motivation. There's real business understanding. And, when we were told, listen, you got to be a founder of this amazing company, and I had to take advantage of that, right? I was like, guys, do you understand? Like, there's a chance you're not only a founder for the rest of this company's existence. That means when we qualify for this rank, gold, you get that two plus, well, the 5% global profit share within the leadership pool and all that. I had told them this, and the reason why everything happened so quickly is because I truly believed it. And when I was able to rank to gold, I knew that it was attainable. And I knew that the people within my team, I seen greatness within them. And I told them, I said, you're going to reach this. Your thinking is exactly what I was thinking. I don't know if I can do this. I really didn't think that I could do this, but I knew as long as I continue to invest and continue to develop and push, that I will reach that. And I did, and I will continue to strive for that
And
and
you want
more.
a free cruise? I want to interject. He reached the rank of gold, and he won a free cruise to the Bahamas, and he's going to be going in October to the Bahamas. And then after that, you hit the rank of platinum, which is just like incredible. I mean, I
There's a
just
lot of heart. There's lot of heart and a lot of belief within my team that, listen, this is a one and only chance to be a part of a company so unique. And I just want to touch base like that. That's the reason why I was able to get to that rank, is because I made sure my team believed that this is happening for us. As long as you stay strong, as long as you dig in, this is our opportunity to take over Canada. And this is your network's chance to take over the US, because the US right now has the opportunity to access those founders packs too. So anybody that's
yep.
watching, I mean,
And you guys that are watching Tristan in Canada, they're still available, right? Until there's still a few founders packs available for Canada, correct?
there's probably very few, but there's a couple
Yeah.
left. Yeah.
So
I mean, if
basically, we both have an opportunity, you guys, for you to join our organizations and get 5% profit sharing. Okay. I mean, there's a leadership pool, and then there's the 2% global profit sharing. You guys, this is an opportunity to just think of what 5% profit sharing means for a company that's going to be a multi-billion-dollar company. We're only
exactly.
18 months old. So I want you guys to have the vision. For those of you that understand business, that understand the stock market, that understand, you know, companies that, that crush it, if you understand what the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award is, that's what our founder won back in 2009. This is the kind of company that Tristan and I, that we're aligned with. We are essentially, again, have the vehicle. We are essentially uh, following the pathway to success, because that's what Dallin Larson and Daniel Picu and Rick Gutman, that's what they are doing for us. They're literally paving the pathway for success. And all we have to do, Tristan and I, is put in the work. We have to put in the work, share this opportunity. Look, there's three things. This is what I say to people, Tristan. I keep it really simple. Either you like the products and you want to be my customer and try our products. We have, phenomenal products. You want to, or the second option is you want to join my business because you have the same vision for your life that I do. Or the answer is no, and that's okay. I'm not tied to the outcome. I'm not tied. I'm just working,
That's so true.
and I'm presenting the opportunity to as many people as possible. Um, Tristan, I wanted you to touch upon something, and I hope you're okay with it. But I really wanted you to touch upon, and I'm going to share a little bit about myself. Okay, I just want you to know, I'm 47 years old, and over my lifetime, I've had episodes in my life where I've dealt with depression, and really have had to overcome. And most recently, it's been really, really hard. I would say maybe the last year and a half, just making changes in my life, changing careers, changing, just changes, going through, personal, some health issues. And that depression really can bring you down, and it can really change your whole outlook on life, your whole, your daily mode of operation. And I know that you've spoken about this, and I want you to just share a little bit about what we have and how it's helped you overcome that.
Yeah, depression, anxiety, man, that really gets a hold of you. It if you're not mentally tough, I mean, if you're not emotionally tough, that your mind controls everything you do. I mean, if you don't have a strong mind, or if you don't invest in yourself and develop, I mean, that's the thing, is your mind will take over absolutely. Like, think about it, how much we feed ourselves so much negative. We'll believe all the negative we tell ourselves before we will believe the positive. That's how powerful the mind is, continually feeding us this process of information, for us to subconsciously react to. And the depression and the anxiety, it takes over the mind. And when your mind is when it's taken over, I mean, it affects your daily life, your performance at work, your performance, your relationships, everything. And I was at a point, I mean, guys, maybe I should have shared this right at the beginning, but I was at a point where, it's a tough lifestyle, as working in the oil field and relationships and stuff. I was holding on, right? I was just barely holding on, and it was affecting my work, my performance at work. I was I run equipment, and I'm around many people carrying pipe all day in the mountains, and there's people, there's guys that are on my team who are holding on to those pieces of pipe while I carry them. There's a very high chance that I could kill somebody if my emotional being wasn't, if I wasn't mentally and emotionally tough. And I was just barely pulling through. So those, if it wasn't for VASAYO, if it wasn't for this business and this industry, to allow me to reinvest in myself the way that I've always wanted to, man, I swear something bad would have happened. So, quite honestly, and I wouldn't have been in this industry if it wasn't for what happened with how these products had helped me. I would have not even looked into it had I not trusted the person that introduced these products to me. I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I wouldn't have nothing, whatever was going for me at that point. I mean, there wasn't very much at the time, I was just kind of hanging on a thin thread. But I've regained my confidence. I've regained my quality of life, the quality of people in my life, right? The energy levels, my mental performance, everything's everything's increased. I mean, the quality of my life has increased. I've become a better person in every aspect of my life. And now I'm able, you know how they say you have to better yourself before you can help others. I'm at that
Exactly.
point where finally I'm able to, you know, invest in other people, and it's such a great gift to be able to do that, whether it's with these lives, whether it's, you know, through the hard work or going on and doing my own lives, and showing people like, man, you can overcome. And that's why we got our Overcome Nation school. You can overcome anything you really put your mind to. And I know it might sound, you know, cheesy or whatever, but there is something to, oh, there's something to say about results. And there are results when it comes to the products, and there's results when it comes to investing in yourself and investing in this business, with our Overcome Nation school. I'll tell you that for sure.
I know, I agree. And I feel the same way. I feel like, I could have come into this industry and this business and been like, I have experience in sales and I know what to do and I know how to
Yeah,
do it. But I didn't. I came in and I was very humble. I was very open to learning. I was like, I'm going to follow someone who's made millions and millions in this industry and learn how to be successful. And then along the way, I literally joined just, again, just for the financial gain, the financial freedom. But along the way, I've learned so much, and I've really, grown as a person also because the development, as you said, the development school. It's not just a business school, but it's a development program that teaches you to be rich on the inside. In so many different ways, and you're a perfect testament to that. I watch you, and I know, all of us, we're like a result of what Rick has taught us and how we've grown and how we've been humble and willing and eager to learn. And I've loved watching you. I'm so proud of you. I know we're both going to be all the way at the top together, traveling the world together. And, I just think the world of you. And I'm so grateful to you for doing this and for sharing your background and your experience. And I hope, even if it just resonates with one person that's watching,
yeah.
that they will see and understand, here's a guy who has really overcome a lot and who's had massive success. And I'm so proud of you.
Guys, can you just 1 second, guys? If Did you guys know that Elda here, like, she's got a very significant resume? First off, the first time we ever spoke, I was like, geez, this lady has tons of experience in business and the face of somewhat of a Google platform, you were saying, right? But Elda has been approached like 12 times from 12 different companies, when it came to network marketing. And there wasn't one person that convinced this lady right here, and you know she's strong, there wasn't one person that could convince her. And there has to be something to be said about a company like this that would convince you to have a look and to make a decision. So I just want to, if you guys don't know Elda, she is a very emotionally and very tough individual, and this lady has made a decision that's impacted her life to, I'm not sure what levels, but it sounds like and it looks like, this is a lifelong thing for you and I. I mean,
Yep.
we're not just business partners, right? This is family, and that's there's something huge going on here, guys, and I guarantee it because I see it a lot in other companies and some people that I know. It just isn't. There's just, there's some little edge that we have, just above most companies, and within our group, and I'm digging it. So
I love it. Thank you so much, Tristan. And you're right. What you're describing, it's more than just, a great opportunity and, financial success and, time. What we have is a corporate culture, which is unlike any other. I mean, I have never experienced this type of closeness, this type of mutual respect. And again, Tristan and I are not even on the same team, but he's here helping me. I mean, it's just insane, how we are willing to go to bat for each other and support each other and encourage each other, and the access we have to leadership. Like Tristan said, meeting Dallin Larson, we've both met him several times. You're going to be on the cruise with him in October, and you're going to see just how incredible him and his wife are. Even more like in that kind of cruise, wearing bathing suit on the beach kind of
Is it
atmosphere.
is
It's different
it
than
bad that when I think about being on this cruise, I still want to work?
yes. No, I did. I worked the whole time. I
Right?
did. I was working. Yeah, it's okay. Just because what you want to do is you want to show people that this is the lifestyle you can have. Look, if you join me, I want a cruise, a free cruise. How many times does your boss or does your company say, here, you know what, you're doing such a great job. I'm going to send you to the Bahamas on a free cruise. Said
That's so
nobody
true.
ever,
Right?
so yeah. So I just love it, Tristan. I'm so proud of you. I can't say that enough. If you're in Canada and you're watching, you guys call Tristan. He's a leader with a servant's heart. He has that fire in his eyes. He's going all the way to the top, and all he wants is he wants people that have the same vision that he has or that I have to join our organizations, and we will help you. We will take you there. We will show you the ropes, and start dreaming again. Whatever happened to those dreams we had when we were kids? Just stop thinking that life is so miserable, and that stop thinking if you hate your job, that's okay. We have a way to help you. We're not saying to quit your job. We're just saying, be willing to spend and invest a few hours a week, a few hours a day to build this business, and it will reward you greatly. And so that's what we have to offer. But anyway, I know I'm taking up too much of your time. Thank you so much, Tristan. I completely adore you, and I'm so grateful.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate getting on
Take
here
care.
and being able to help out everybody. Just one more thing, guys. Um, Please reach out if you're friends with Elda and you're interested in learning more. Please reach out to Elda. She's a fantastic leader. She knows exactly what she's talking about. She's been around. She's seen it. And I just want you guys to know that if you have any doubts or any questions whatsoever, she's the one to talk to. So just make sure you reach out to her.
Thank you, Tristan. I appreciate your support.
Absolutely. You
Okay,
guys
bye. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining me on a Friday afternoon. VASAYO, peace out.